New tonight, a man is dead after crashing his motorcycle in Spartanburg County. The Highway Patrol says the crash happened just before 6 on the exit ramp leading to I-85 off of Business I-85. And in other news, employers pulled back sharply on hiring last month. A reminder that while the economy is growing, perhaps not fast enough to sustain robust job growth. Welcome back. So you think New York is the city that never sleeps? Well, now researchers have looked at cities where people get the best and worst sleep. According to Real Age, the best cities for sleeping are Charlotte, Cleveland, and Minneapolis-St. Paul. The worst, Louisville, Memphis, and Knoxville. Researchers looked at changes in sleep habits, but did not look at what may be contributing to a lack of shut-eye. I don't know what could be contributing to that lack of shut-eye. Long, shorter days? I don't know.
That's a good question.
It's a good question. Yeah. They should have looked
into
that.
I have the problem with sleeping about an hour, waking up. Sleeping 2 hours, waking up.
Yeah,
it really bothers me.
I kind of do that occasionally, too. I don't know. Maybe the weather will make us sleep better, right? New tonight, it's the Caped Crusader that went viral. We showed you the video of Maryland cops pulling over a man in a full Batman costume and Lamborghini Batmobile. Well, it turns out the superhero is a businessman who devotes his time to bringing smiles to sick kids. And now he has an even bigger mission. He wants his message to spread across the entire world. Take a listen to what this real-life hero believes is the key to everyday life.
You must ask yourself, did I make a difference? And the answer had better be yes.
All right, look at that. That is so refreshing to see someone dedicating their life to something good.
And Batman, kids love it, you know?
Yeah, can't go wrong with that. Something else refreshing, we've got something new coming Monday, right?
Yeah, brand new show at 11 o'clock, and you don't want to miss it.
Exactly.
Tune in or you'll be tuned out.
Exactly. There you go. Tune in or you will be tuned out.
I got that from Jade, by the way.
There we go. Hey. Like a ventriloquist without a dummy, a candidate for the U.S. Senate had folks scratching their heads over a bizarre interview in which he mouthed words coming out of his son's lips. You try figuring it out. Here's Jenny Mose.
I want to be a good senator.
Really?
New York.
Yeah.
Like a ventriloquist right there.
Ventriloquist.
All right, let's have one more look at the forecast. Did you see that?
What happened?
Yeah. Are you worried I can't say it or what?
Little ventriloquist action going there.
Man, it reminds me of Jeff Dunham. Seen that?
The more convenient the technology, the easier it is to steal. These small chips are inside some credit cards. It makes it possible to buy things via PayPass. The convenience? Spending less time at the checkout counter. The problem, according to Deborah and Wren, with Liquid Video Technologies and Easily, someone could steal your credit card without ever touching you.
They could walk by you, by your wallet and swipe it, and if they did, they could pick up your credit card number.
All right, so this technology is called RFID. That's radio frequency identification. You might be most familiar with it from, say, the key cards that you use to get inside of a building. You swipe it, the information is transferred and the door opens. It works the same way for PayPass credit cards. Your account information is stored on the RFID chip inside, and these PayPass scanners can read it, opening the door to your wallet. For our purposes, we're using test cards sent to us by Vivo Technology. That's the company who sells PayPass machines to retailers. After all, using real credit cards would put us on the wrong side of the law. We got the PayPass scanner on eBay. It was only $25.
What it does is it reads radio frequencies from other devices, like this key fob has a radio frequency built into it. My passport, this little symbol right here, basically stands for RFID. There's an RFID embedded in my passport. Credit cards come with RFIDs embedded in them as well now. And they basically, you swipe something by and it reads the unique identifier that's built into that.
So we took our scanner and laptop to Falls Park. We disabled the software so we wouldn't collect anyone's personal information. Still, people were surprised at how easy their credit card numbers could have been swiped. Are you shocked that someone would be able to do it just like that, just by walking by you?
Yeah, I'm shocked. With things happening in technology, people abuse those things, and people use it to exploit unknowing people.
I'd seen those in like the PayPass, but it kind of makes me nervous walking around.
Greenville County deputies say for good reason. Once your credit card information is scanned by a hacker,
they can download individuals' information
onto another credit card and use it in the merchant store.
Deputies say it's a crime that happens in our area, but it's hard to trace.
If a person report fraudulent activity on their credit card, we don't know if it came from them using internet, a system, or something that they did at a local merchant.
Not only is this crime hard to trace, it's actually hard for the average crook to do. It's taken Devin Wren weeks to tap into the criminal mind and figure out how to steal credit card information with this PayPass machine.
It's taken me, what, 2-3 weeks to get where I'm at. It's really going to take somebody of a very, very high level in order to do this. And is it really going to be worth it in the end? Probably not.
He had to have special computer connections made, decode binary numbers, and then, of course, a degree in computer science to piece it all together. It's a crime only a career hacker would know how to do.
It's pretty hard to do. Now, will it be hard to do in 5 to 10 years from now? Probably not.
So how can you protect your information? The only thing, though, that can keep that information from being transferred is to say put it in a metal case. You swipe that, and no luck. Another remedy? A 50-cent roll of aluminum. Like a metal case, it too keeps radio frequencies from being transferred. Just one way to foil anyone's plot to swipe your security. Jade Hindman, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news. When Faith Tolley checked her account, she was more than $300 in the red.
I mean, I was literally in tears at Wachovia, and they were just like, well, we can't do anything. Our system won't let us do anything.
A soda ended up costing her $37. A pack of gum, $36. She says her bank charged her 9 overdraft fees at $35 a pop. The problem? She only overdrew her account by $2.47.
I never expected to be charged $350 total overdraft fees for $247. That just seems ridiculous.
While it may seem ridiculous, the Better Business Bureau says it's not uncommon.
We really get a lot of complaints on this because people feel like that they are getting overdraft fees and that they really shouldn't be getting them, or that they're getting them and it's fixed, so to speak.
Fixed so banks make money. The Center for Responsible Lending reported U.S. banks made more than $24 billion in overdraft fees last year. Those cashing in the most, Bank of America, Chase, JP Morgan, and Wells Fargo, according to Bankrate.com. So how does it all work? How are banks able to cash in on your account?
Generally, your transactions can be reordered, so they aren't debited from your account in the order in which you paid them. And what that can do is trigger more overdraft fees.
For example, say you have $10 in your account. One day you spend $5 for lunch, then another $5 for dinner. At this point, there's a zero balance. Then a week later, you spend $11 for gas. Theoretically, you should only be assessed one overdraft fee for the $11. But what most banks will do is reshuffle the transactions, process the $11 first, then the other 2 transactions, charging you 3 overdraft fees rather than 1. It all sounds confusing, and some say the industry is literally banking on the idea that the average customer won't understand how the game is played.
They wait for it. They prey on people that aren't paying attention or, are busy.
People are doing everything they can right now, I think, to keep track of their accounts, and banks should be really helping them in that process rather than stacking the deck against them.
All of the banks we talk to say the reason they reorder transactions is because the larger the transaction, the more important it must be, like, say, a mortgage, for example. Of course, that doesn't explain all the other times they do it, but in the midst of new legislation and bad publicity, those same banks say they are going to change their overdraft policies, though they'll still reorder your transactions from highest to lowest. Jade Hindman, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news. The names and addresses are listed in the paper. The Spartanburg County tax assessor says thousands of people haven't paid their property taxes. When we went knocking on doors to find out why, are you aware that this piece of property is up to be auctioned? We discovered most people living in the homes we went to were renting and had no idea their landlord was behind on taxes.
I've been here for going on 2 years, July, paying my money and everything to have a place to call home. And if the new people who ever buy this place, if he don't pay the taxes on it, what we're going to do? You know, are they going to keep the units open, or are they going to take it and tear them down? What do the tenants do?
As it turns out, this property is in Terry Lanford's name. Also in Lanford's name, 82 other properties that are up for auction. This is the same Terry Lanford facing a federal charge for conspiracy to distribute drugs taken from the evidence room at the Spartanburg County Courthouse. We went to his house to find out why the taxes weren't paid. No one answered the door when we knocked, so we took our questions to the tax assessor.
The properties under that name of Terry Lanford are delinquent at the time of sale in March. His property will be sold and it'll be in the same redemption period. The only caveat could be is if the federal government or state authorities want to take action against his property.
Which means this property and many others in his name could be snatched out from under the people who call it home.
Nobody said nothing. I wouldn't have known if you hadn't came by and showed the paper.
Now that her home is up for auction, someone on the other end of the bid is looking to capitalize. Ransom Kirby will be at the tax sale looking for a good investment.
There's always good deals, whether it's mobile homes or just regular lots or sometimes homes. Normally you just buy something pennies on the dollar because it's just based on the taxes that are due on the homes.
But in this economy, these properties may not go for cheap.
The rule of thumb was going about 3 times the tax, but now since there's so many and we have so many bidders even coming from out of state, the bids generally go 80% of the market value, the fair market value, which is significantly higher.
So for many, the American dream is up for auction. Jade Hindman, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news. It's been outlawed in 26 states, yet it's smuggled across state lines in daylight. It's not a drug, it's not moonshine, but milk, raw milk. Meet L.D. Peeler.
I'm a dairy farmer.
An upstate dairy farmer who sells over 2,000 gallons of raw milk a week. It's unpasteurized and goes straight from the cow to the jug.
Georgia, it's illegal. North Carolina is illegal.
But not illegal in South Carolina. Health officials in bordering states outlawed it because they say raw, unpasteurized milk can make you sick. Still, people travel for hours to the Palmetto State to buy it, coolers and all.
Got to keep the milk cold. No preservatives.
Diane Maxwell is a mother and raw milk drinker. She, along with dozens of other people, travel from North Carolina every 2 weeks to stock up.
I just really love the fact that this is available. Milk, unadulterated, unheated, unhomogenized, right as it came out of the cow. And, you know, if my family's going to drink milk, this is what I want them to be drinking.
People who drink this miracle moo juice swear by its health benefits.
As soon as we tasted and felt the difference, it's amazing, really. It's just, you feel healthier.
These raw milk drinkers say it's rich with nutrients, enzymes, and bacteria that aid in keeping the immune system and digestive systems healthy. They believe all those health benefits get killed off during pasteurization. And when it comes to the taste,
unbelievable. It's so good. It's just, you have to shake it, but it's just, it's yum. It's totally yum.
So, while on the dairy farm, I had to try this thick, raw, whole-fat cure-all for myself. Got a different taste to it. Like beef gravy.